Do we have a motion to approve the agenda?
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion, we have a second to approve the workshop agenda, seconded. All in favor of this motion, respond by saying aye.
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 All opposed? The motion is approved. The only item on the agenda is the 2026-2027 Student Assignment Plan attendance lines. We may now begin the discussion.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Board members, Dr. Dixon, good evening. I'm here tonight to continue our discussion from 2 weeks ago about student assignment options. We'll jump right into it. Based on the feedback I have received from board members and from community members, we've compiled those together into what I'm calling the option F. We talked about a number of options 2 weeks ago and put those pieces together and discussed them. And what you're seeing tonight is the culmination of that process. A couple highlights right at the beginning for yourselves and for the community. Number one, Carolyn Lewis School will remain as currently assigned. The lines in this plan currently do not change for Carolyn Lewis. Same thing for Sangaree Elementary and Intermediate. Devon Forest Elementary and College Park Elementary as well. The changes that you will see tonight, and are on these two maps in front of me, involve Bee Tree, Nexton Elementary, Foxbank, Moncks Corner, and Whitesville. And for middle schools, Berkeley Middle School and Midtown Mid. So you have in your packets all the data that has been compiled from these two two maps. One of them's elementary. Please feel free to get up and zoom in on these maps. It's a lot easier to see them than on the screen up here. But I'll call your attention to make sure you have the correct data table in your packet. It should be the very last page, I believe. The data table is titled with an option F in the upper left-hand corner. And those are the numbers corresponding to the two maps that you see before you this evening. So I'll open it up there and entertain any questions you might have.
Just for some clarification, the Whitesville section that we changed to Bee Tree, did we
Yes.
recently add the roads, the Dangerfield, Blue Violet, Sunview Lane, Tadpole? Are those all part of this map? Because I can't, even blown up, it's hard to see.
That option, I don't think I can point to that. You see the letters on option F, and they're also on these maps down here.
Yeah, I
so you
see
can zoom
option
in.
F, yeah.
Yes, they're outlined there. So there's the area to the north, probably the northernmost areas, I believe the area you're speaking of. And then option F also includes an area for Foxbank currently that's proposed to move to Moncks Corner. That's the second one. Then there's a small little piece in purple there of, it's Bradford Point, I believe, that is proposed to go to Nexton Elementary. That's also a part of this.
Thank you. For this map, I don't have any additional feedback. I'm comfortable with all of the options that are presented.
Okay. Does
So-
anyone else have any thing they would like to add?
Okay, I'm reading option F, and it says further changes to Foxbank/Moncks Corner, Steeplechase and Fairmont Pines. What are the further changes?
Those two developments are now moving to Moncks Corner. They're currently in Foxbank.
Yeah, and that's basically like between Old 52, New 52, and Cypress on the north side of that. That's what we talked about.
So is that the only changes to Foxbank's attendance zone for
And
26,
the
27?
one neighborhood,
Cypress Gardens. Is that what you mean?
Cypress Grove.
Cypress
something-
Grove.
Cypress Grove.
yeah, that was added back in.
Yes.
So I think because we're looking at like three different things, and then sometimes we're talking roads and we're not. Is that purple on this thing I'm pointing at, the Fox Bank attendance zone for 26, 27?
Yes,
Not the purple on the left.
Right.
I'm color, I don't even know which one's purple.
Say, it depends on, for me, purple would be the next inside,
This
but
is lavender.
So the pink one here. The color.
And that's that will be the Fox Bank Zone 26, 27 if we approve this map. Okay.
Yep. Yeah, I'm only, I don't know, I know we have it cut here. I mean, there are no homes in there currently, so maybe
That's
I'll
right.
shift to the left to Old 52, but, you know, the blue.
And when the original Fox Bank proposal came out, there were some places down south or below the whatever color we cannot agree on. Did that go away, or is that still there as well from the initial proposal? In the
Nope.
initial proposal, there was some stuff down below the color we cannot agree on that was moving to Sangaree. That's no longer,
Is moving to Boulder Bluff.
Boulder Bluff.
and that's still happening.
Yes, ma'am.
And this change of this is happening.
And I can go back and look. So 599, 6 minutes. So that's basically 76 kids that were gonna go to Fox Bank are now going to Monk's Corner Elementary. So that would be that steeplechase and Fox,
Steeplechase and,
whatever. Whatever it is,
I've got the name here somewhere.
minus the Cypress Point.
Fairmont Pines.
Yeah.
And then for the Bee Tree attendance zone, the only things that we changed is we took out any portion of Bradford Point out of Bee Tree, correct?
correct.
I'll make
There's
sure-
also a change,
Yeah.
an increase in Bee Tree.
Can I get a yes on the first one? All of Bradford Point in this map is now going to Nexton?
That is correct.
Okay, and
yes.
then the other part is on the other end, those changes.
That's
And
right.
they're incorporated.
Yes.
Got it.
Okay.
Do we have any more questions
This is
or comments?
the middle school map.
You're good to this one.
Okay.
So for the middle schools, the Berkeley Middle School line aligns now with the Berkeley High School line throughout the entire attendance area, including Wildcat Tract.
Mike, can you repeat that? What did you say about the Berkeley Middle School line?
The Berkeley Middle School lines align precisely with the Berkeley High School throughout the entire attendance area.
Was that the case this year, or is that a change?
Yes, no, it's the case
Okay.
this year.
So it's the same attendance zone for Berkeley Middle School next year as this year? There have been no changes to it?
That's right.
Okay.
For this option, I don't have any other feedback. Thank you so much. For this map.
So then this creates the Midtown attendance zone. And then there are no changes to the Berkeley Middle School attendance zone.
That's correct.
Okay. Dr. Dixon, are these the same as those?
Yes. They are.
Okay, so we could literally submit these as into the record of the motion if this is what we approve.
On, when we have,
Right, so then there's no question. We could literally submit these as part of the board. Okay, that's what I want.
any more discussion?
I just didn't know, is it during now or later in the process when we talk about students in the 4th, 7th, and 11th grade? Is that later on in conversation? I know we're talking about lines. I just want to make sure we don't forget about that. Okay,
Agreed.
thank you. Oh, we don't have to, I just didn't know if we should, or just throwing out there that we come back to.
But to be clear, the hope is that we will,
In person.
you were just there.
Apologies, I'm sorry. My flight was delayed, so today's been a long day, but I made it in time. Just talk
Nick
about.
time.
Yeah, I was say, just.
Still 2 hours early for you. It's good.
Feels like it.
So, Dr. Dixon, there's a hope that if we redraw zone lines for any students, that if they are entering the last year of their old attendance zone, we give them an option of remaining in that school. So we might want to know numbers of that.
As long
Okay,
as they provide their own transportation.
as long as they provide their,
Right.
okay, so we will,
So if they're
by the
involved,
next time, we will look at terminal grades, 4th, 7th, or 11th,
Going into the 5th,
going to
8th, or
5th,
12th.
8th, or seniors, and then get numbers, but it's no impact to transportation.
Right.
It's, you
right.
provide your own transportation. Okay,
Yes, sir.
thank you. We will put that, we will get those numbers and have that by our first reading. We're provided to the board before, so you don't have to.
So, just one last comment. I mean, I know we're ticking some people off out in the audience and, you know, in the community, it's hard, you know, looking at these numbers and the balancing act of, you know, trying to, you know, create capacity at each school, you know, and send kids to other school where the transportation, we're trying not, for kids not to go too far, but still, we want them to stay in the same feeder pattern, you know, from elementary to middle to high school. So, you know, there's been a lot of thought and, you know, work that's gone into this. So, you know, I know we're taking some people off and sorry about that and, you know, doing the best we can with it.
You're gonna make everybody happy. My only question is, are we good with logistics? I know it's totally different, but bus transportation, like, how's that looking with?
With these proposed changes.
Correct. Yeah. I just think about like transporting to one to the other, like, how's that looking for, can anybody speak on that?
No, she does not.
I mean, it's very similar where we're at right now. You know, we're just getting so much congestion along the 176, 17A corridor. Blacktop is not providing any relief from the turnaround all the way out to now 17A, where the Sphinx is coming into the Whitesville area. I mean, that is a backlog every single day. Tyler's team does a great job to update Dr. Whitman and I every day on what time buses are getting in our schools, and we can see, I mean, any wreck in that area of 176 to K Bay High School or the North Creek apartment area will just, it just triples the, you know, times it ripples between elementary to middle to high. You know, and just getting the kids, you know, now they're in their feeder patterns, but, I mean,
The Wildcat track is the area that's bringing most concern to us.
Could you go to the microphone so our listeners on YouTube can hear? You too, Mr. McDowell.
Thank you.
Our biggest issue with Wildcat, first of all, our office is in the Mounts Corner areas, right down the street. So think about this, the buses that we're utilizing, they're state buses, some are older than others. But anytime we're having to travel from there within the Cane Bay area and back out, I think on the first week of school, we had so many delays. We couldn't get buses to get down Black Tom Road. It was just a catastrophe. We tried to alternate and have the drivers loop back around because they ended up having to go make a U-turn on 17 and then come back and take Cooper Store Road to get down into the Cane Bay area. It's just a nightmare. And, you know, parents want their students to get to school on time. We, of course, want them to be there on time. I just don't know how not changing anything with Wildcat is gonna be advantageous as far as logistics is concerned. Not for the students, because I understand, I'm a parent too, I get it. You want your child to have consistency with the school and the teachers and the people that they're used to. But as far as transportation is concerned, Wildcat is a concerning area. Bee Tree, we're just trying to look at different avenues now. How are we going to make sure that these students get to school on time with the infrastructure being as limited as it is with the 2-lane highway?
So where do we stage our buses? How many locations do you stage buses?
At 6.
You have 6 locations?
Yes, ma'am. We have one in Moncks Corner, one at Cross, one at Timberland, Cane Hoy, the Westview area, and Goose Creek.
What are we doing?
We're going to have to look at staging buses at Bee Tree or somewhere possibly.
Because I don't think running those kids up, I mean, it might be hard to get buses from Moncks Corner to those kids, but having kids be at Bee Tree and go to Midtown and then think we're going to get those kids back to the high school for like extracurricular activities.
Not gonna work.
That's
No, it's not.
super unrealistic.
I agree.
So maybe we need to think about a satellite bus office
Right,
somewhere.
staging buses somewhere inside, so there's reducing that travel time to that, to the start of those routes.
Okay.
I don't know if that's, because I know you
Well,
have to
yeah,
have
we'll
the
look at the
reinforced
feasibility.
parking lots. I know you have to do a lot of stuff of that nature.
Yes.
But I do see the problem of all the
having-
areas she mentioned, Moncks Corner's one location to serve this,
Big
all of this area.
We've talked, I think, in planning about a bus lot in the Cane Bay area. So they have a bus office there
Right, so
as
that at
well.
least we
so-
eliminate the drive of getting to the area they're fixing to
yeah,
run routes
So that
for.
would take care of the Cane Bay. Okay.
Thanks.
Berkeley County is bigger than the state of Rhode Island. And
And-
sometimes that doesn't register to people, how large of a landmass that is that we're trying to cover. And obviously, the northern end of Berkeley County, children are farther apart, so the bus routes are long, but it's because we're driving long distances, because kids are farther apart. And then coming up to this end of the county, they're on the bus a long time because of the traffic. It just took me like an hour and 15 minutes to come from Charleston Airport.
At this time of night.
Which
This
is.
is not the usual business traffic commute.
Yeah, which is kind of crazy.
Yeah. So I do think that Chair Wofford is incredibly correct that with this much landmass, we got to talk about staging buses.
Okay. Yep.
And this plan was thought of how long ago?
Which one?
The entire,
When did y'all begin discussing
Right,
this with
when-
Mr. Miller?
when did you start getting results? 2 years ago?
That's about right, yes. We started initial scenarios about 2 years ago, and they're updated as we get new student information, new development information, just to jiggle the lines to see if we need to address any more growth. So it's quite a process, yes.
So with the process of bringing on a new high school in that same Highway 52, Old 52 area, how is that going to affect any of this? None of this?
We don't currently
down the road.
have a high school on the books. We have a middle school on the
Middle school?
books. We have a middle school in the Highway 52 corridor, which I think is so close in time
Yeah.
that it's like, there's a lot of criticism right now that we're moving
haven't
kids that we
picked it.
just moved a couple of years ago.
Right.
And so trying to have some, like, forethought for kids that go to Berkeley Middle School, likely those kids are going to go, some of those kids somewhere are going to go to this new middle school. And so making an adjustment to their attendance lines now, in 2.5 years, we're going to be doing this again to open that middle school. People will be giving us the same criticism. You weren't thoughtful 2 years ago. You knew you were building a middle school. You didn't think of it. So we're trying to be thoughtful, but it's hard to predict what will be there between now and then.
The consequences are that we're going to be still very tight for a while,
Yes.
but I agree. I don't like moving kids 2 or 3 times
No, not at all.
in one school.
No.
Unfortunately, it's going to happen with the growth. With that new school coming on, and I don't know if it's a middle school yet or a K-8, but
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't know what it was.
I know I don't know what it is, but, so I don't want to speak, I know we talked about K-8, but.
We talked elementary, K-8,
Yeah,
middle.
what's going to be
Yeah.
most advantageous, and, I mean, we could be looking at something else in another 4 years, hopefully 2030, when that opens, hopefully.
I think what
Come
y'all have
on,
come up
land.
with here is a great way to start the next school year. Because I think we're going to have to look at attendance zone lines next year once we get there, because it's going to be a multi-year discussion. All these other little changes like Carolyn Lewis, or what do we do with Sangaree, or how do we best use College Park? I'd like to see us get these schools opened, leave Carolyn Lewis alone, and then start having those deep conversations about what happens when you change a middle school and how does it, can we do all? I think we should start having those conversations next year.
I just want to thank you, Mr. Miller. I know I asked you a lot of questions, and I
I'm
just
glad
want
you
to
did.
thank you very much for all of your work to come to this option F, so thank you.
Welcome. Thank you.
Do we have any more discussion? At this time, I will entertain a motion to adjourn the workshop.
So moved, Mr. Chair.
Have a motion, have a second. Any discussion? All in favor of this motion, respond by saying aye. Aye. All opposed, the motion is approved. We are adjourned.